Hi, I'm Maria with Ms. Vee's Accessories and More, and this is my first video. So what I do is I make earrings out of beads, leather, scraps, denim, African fabric, t-shirt material, yarn, and I decided to make my first video showing you how I make some earrings. So today we're going to go with some earrings made out of red leather. So the red leather scraps I got from a friend who makes leather bags, duffel bags, backpacks, and things like that, and he sends me his scraps. So I'm going to position the camera so you can see. I've already laid out my supplies. I'll show you. I've already laid out my supplies. I've already trimmed the leather strips. I've got two different sizes, so I'm probably going to make two different earrings. And then I've got some little spacer beads. These amber color beads I got from an old necklace that I am repurposing the beads from. And I've got different hooks. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the rose gold, silver tone. I've got silver tone. I've got pins with eyes. I've got my different size jump rings. Also rose gold and the jump rings as well, and pins with eyes. And then I've got like this copper type. I usually just wing it. I don't usually have a plan on how I'm going to make my earrings. Like I said, I usually just wing it. So, and I'll show you here some other earrings I've made in the past. Really popular. Red leather and black denim. Just regular denim. So my denim I get from old jeans. This is a blue leather, like a denim color leather. I made these a couple of weeks ago. I've got these. I've got alligator, snakeskin, and different colored denim in here. This is actually a customer's order that I made. She's supposed to be picking these up later this week. Another popular one is when I do the beads on top. I do custom orders, just so you know. I have a website, msvee.com. It's going to be mz-vee.com. That's my website. I'm on Facebook, and I've got a Facebook page, Ms. Vee Accessories and More. I used to sell African clothing, shea butter, African black soap, things like that. So, anyway, so I've already cut my leather strips. I had a piece about that big. I cut them into strips, different sizes. So this is going to be one pair of earrings. So my tools are a good pair of scissors. I got these from Joann Fabrics. They were on sale. I've got an awl to poke my hole. I do have a leather kit, but it's in my shed, and I don't feel like going out there. It's dark out there, so I live out in the country. And then I've got my pliers. I got my needle nose pliers. I've got my round needle nose pliers. These are good for turning a wire, for turning the wire and turning it around, turning it over to make new holes in, not holes, making new loops in my pins. That's what this is good for. And I've got my clippers, my wire clippers. So that's what I have. I also have a piece of wood for when I use the awl to make the holes in the leather. That way I don't mess up my table. And I get a hammer. Go get the hammer. If you hear little clickety clack click click clicks, that's my dog Raina. She's a little chihuahua. When I'm in the dining area, she thinks I'm eating, so she's always looking to see if she can get a morsel. I'm just getting a hammer. Sorry, y'all. So these are long enough for my rag earrings. I'm going to just do some plain red leather. Red is my favorite color. So I make sure I have enough set aside for 2 pairs. I don't pick a particular size or length. I just, like I said, I just took my longest piece and made sure the other pieces match the size. When I'm done, I'll go ahead and make sure that they're even, if that's what the customer wants. If not, some customers want them to be uneven. So what I usually do when I make some customized earrings for a customer, I ask them the occasion. I ask them what do they plan wearing it with. Do they have a color combination? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. All right, so we got an extra one. So I'm going to actually switch this piece out for this because this has a really thin middle. Anyway, so that's what I do. I ask my customers what the occasion is and if they have a particular style or if they want beads or charms or anything attached to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So there it is. So I do have a hole punch. Again, it's in my leather kit, which is in the shed, so I'm not going to get it now. The leather kit I bought from Amazon, yes. But you can also find them. I find it that they're less expensive on Amazon. But you can also find them at Hobby Lobby. So I'll stack maybe 2 or 3. Try to get them as even as possible. And I'll guesstimate where the middle is. If you're not good at guesstimating, get you a ruler or measuring tape and find your middle that way. So yeah, there you go. So I think with these, I'm going to go with the rose gold. I think it'll complement the amber beads really, really well. I don't need this one. If I had a second one, I might use it, but I don't. So, we'll go with 2 of those. So these are flathead. Let me see if I have some with the eye pins. You got flathead pins, and then you also have eye pins that have holes. So you don't have to make a whole new loop. See, I don't know if you can see the holes in the eye pins. Let me take them out. So you can see the holes. So, can you see that? Yeah. If you don't have them and you only have the flatheads, that's where this needle nose plier comes in handy. So normally I would clip the edge, clip the little tip with the cutters. Then I would take the tip of this, turn it, take the tip of this, turn it. I don't know if you can see that I made a loop. Can you see that? That's if you don't have the eye pins. And then I use the flat head needle nose pliers to close that loop. And the reason for that is so that when you put the leather through the eye pin, it won't go all the way through and fall out. That's the purpose of that. So I like to scatter them. So we'll go ahead and do some more. But like I said, I do earrings out of leather, denim, fabric, t-shirt material, yarn. What else? Sometimes I used to sell dashikis and kaftans, and they'll come with a matching head wrap. So I have some customers that don't really care for the head wrap. So I'll go ahead and take a piece of the head wrap and turn that into earrings. earrings, a cuff bracelet, maybe a necklace if it's long enough. I can do all that. So I do custom work. I enjoy the custom work. I do ship all over the United States. If that's something you're interested in, just give me a comment below. Make sure you like, share, and follow my social media pages. It should be in my description. So there is a leather rag earring started. And it's long enough for me to put some beads on there. So I was thinking maybe the big bead first. This goldish looking color, and then you see that hook is not going to be big, and it might be big enough. It might be. Let's see. And then I'll hook it. I'll make a loop, and then I'll add a jump ring, and then with the jump ring I'll add the hook. So it might be, yes, it is. It's enough left on there to make a loop. Let me get the jump rings. Some of these packs you can get all the jump rings the same size, or some of them they have various sizes. I just make sure my jump rings match. So we'll stick that in there. And then we'll get I put the jump ring in there. Squeeze that. And then we'll get a hook. I hope you can see. I really hope you can see. If not, I'll be remaking the video. So what I found with these, and same with the jump rings, is you just open it from the side a little bit. That way it'll be easier to close, and you don't mess up the integrity of the strength of the wire. If you try to, I'm going to sacrifice one and show you. If you try to take the hook, so, see that? So, you kind of just bring it to the side a little bit, and then you close it back. It does not mess up the integrity of the wire. But if you try to open it this way, it weakens the wire. It weakens the wire if you try to open it out that way. You do it too many times, then it could break the earring. And customers don't like spending money on jewelry they've had custom made just to have them break. So I'm careful about how I open and close my wire, my jump rings, my earring wires, my jump rings, and things like that. And there goes the first one. So let me show you what it'll look like. So it's a long earring. For me, it's a long earring. See? Yep. I think that'll be cute. Yep. Yep. So let's do the other one. Let me see if I can get this a little bit closer. Can I make it closer? No, I can't. Okay. All right. So, do this again. 7 strips. You can do as many strips as you want. You can make them as long as you want. You can make them as short as you want. The beautiful thing about making your own earrings, or your customers letting you have free reign on your artistic abilities, they trust you, is you can modify it any way you want. See, this one's a little narrow, so I'm going to put this on top. That way I can make sure I get in the middle and not on the side. Leather is expensive, unless you're lucky like me and has somebody gives you the leather scraps for the cheap, the low. So, but if you're buying scrap leather from somebody on Etsy or eBay, you want to salvage as much as you possibly can, because it can get expensive. So with that being said, make sure you charge your jewelry or your artwork, whatever your creative craft is. Make sure you charge accordingly. And don't just charge for the material, charge for your time. Your time is valuable. So whatever you think you deserve to get paid on an hourly basis, you add that to your fee. That's one thing that a lot of people ask me, how do you know what to charge? So I've been doing pop-up shops for 7-8 years in the Jackson, Tennessee area. I've also done some in St. Louis. I've been to a couple in Atlanta. Where's my wire? Here we go. Minneapolis, Memphis. But most of my pop-up events, vendor events, have been in the Jackson, Tennessee, West Tennessee area. And so I've got a following. I've got a customer base, and a lot of new creatives ask me, how do you know what to charge? And I have learned that I have talent, and my time has a cost. So it's not just, like, because I've had people, it only takes you 5 minutes to make those earrings. Yeah, it might take me 5 minutes to make the earrings, but there's the time to set up, there's the time to clean up, there's the actual material, the finding the notions, the vendor fees, insurance for the vendor events, the tent, the canopy, the chairs. Sometimes, if it's a really big event, I have to pay somebody to come help me. My husband helps me a lot, but he's a truck driver, so sometimes he's just not available. So all those things cost. So, and I also go ahead and I look on Etsy. That's a big website I check from time to time on other people's prices for their handmade products, their handmade earrings, something similar. eBay, Posh, sometimes even Amazon. Because you have creatives that sell their stuff on Amazon, they're third-party sellers. So that's how I go, and I find me a comfortable price, that because I don't have a brick and mortar. Well, I do now, but I didn't used to have a brick and mortar. So all those things you have to consider. So that's how I determine how I price my earrings. And I still will go ahead and I'll look, and I'll see that I really am undercharging for some of my creations. But I do okay. I'm not trying to price gouge. So I'm comfortable with the prices that I have. Now, if I'm at a vendor event, like in Memphis, and the vendor fee is $250, I'm going to go up on price on some of my products. I just am. Because if I sell these for $15, you have to decide, have to ask yourself, how many earrings do you have to sell in order just to make the vendor fee back? Never mind the transportation. If it's a 2-day event, you have to get a hotel room if you don't feel like driving all the way home. There's a lot of things to consider. Oh, hold on. Let's get it together, Maria. Let's get it together. Working with earrings, working with jewelry has definitely improved my dexterity. I find it therapeutic. I enjoy creating jewelry. I enjoy finding new ways to make different types of jewelry. Sometimes I'll make an earring, necklace, and bracelet set. I have one customer. Her name is Kim. She's a delight. I adore her. She'll bring me her fabric and ask me. She really challenges me. Challenges me. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I already have this one up. No, I don't. I ruined that one. And she'll ask me to make earrings. She had me do earrings, a necklace with African fabric. It was a yellow and brown Ankara fabric. I made several pairs of earrings, bangle bracelets, and a necklace, with the fabric. And it was I had to use a rope. So it was a rope necklace, an African rope necklace with several layers on it and ribbon. I really enjoyed doing that project, making that project for her. And I also had enough fabric to make a clutch purse. That was interesting. She gave me a couple of weeks to make it. I was actually off work for a sciatic nerve injury, so I had the time. But I enjoyed doing that for her. And she wears her head wrap along with her jewelry and her purse. I've seen her out and about with it. And she's actually has another project for me. She wants me to do the same thing. She's got about 3 yards of fabric so that I can do the same thing with that new fabric. As long as I have plenty of time to do stuff, I enjoy it. It's when I'm rushed that I get a little ornery. I'm not even gonna lie. See, that's why you have to be careful how you handle your tools so that you don't ruin the integrity of the jump ring or the wire. Make sure that's not going to come apart. No, it's not. It's all good. Yep. So there we have it. A pair of handcrafted red leather rag earrings for a customer. Maria with Ms. Vee's Accessories and More. Thank you for your time. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, I'm open to suggestions. Let me close my drawer. You can see my junk drawer. Feel free to leave a comment. Again, like, subscribe to my channel, and there'll be more. Thank you.